Special thanks to Patreon supporter Brock Cherry for making this video possible.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared12 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Praying Mantis. The Praying Mantis was an experimental machine gun carrier designed by a private developer for the British Army during the Second World War. It is in competition with the Kugelpanzer as one of the strangest armored vehicle designs ever produced. The vehicle would never become as deadly as a Hunter as its invertebrate namesake. However, it never left the prototype stage. The Praying Mantis was a private venture by one Mr. Ernest James Tapp of the County Commercial Cars. The design was patented in 1937 with the construction of prototypes beginning in 1943. The vehicle was designed to shoot over walls and other obstacles while staying as concealed as possible. It was built on the chassis of a universal gun carrier, or the Bren carrier, and was, again, one of the more unique designs I think I've ever seen for a vehicle. The concept behind it, as you can see in front of us, was to have this giant center, I guess, box that would be able to elevate, and on top of it, it would have a controllable dual machine gun. As I kind of said before, it was designed to basically go up to walls or obstacles and be able to shoot over them and all that. Again, I don't think this thing would have been very effective at all, but it was a prototype and it was something that actually was legitimately thought about. So it's very unique and one of those builds that I can't even believe that it actually exists, but it does. So of course we have it here in kind of its raised up position. That's kind of the best view you can really have here for the Praying Mantis. Obviously it could also be lower down, but this tutorial here will cover strictly that kind of extended, I guess, deployed version, if you want to call it that. But before we go ahead and jump in and take a look at this build, I do want to go ahead and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Brock Cherry for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and put a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a vehicle request to your choosing per month for your patron. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really appreciated, so definitely feel free to check it out. Again, link for that is always going to be in my video descriptions. With that though, let's go ahead and dive in here and take a look at the Praying Mantis. So the Praying Mantis here, obviously this is built on the chassis here of a universal Bren carrier, which I actually had to make a design for because I actually never have done the Bren carrier. It's kind of a weird vehicle to do at our scale here, but it came out alright, and the chassis here I basically stripped off of that and put on over here for the Praying Mantis. Now the Praying Mantis here is basically just a raisable kind of box that is built onto the top of the chassis here for the Bren carrier, and it has basically room for one person to sit in here, basically control and operate the machine gun. It's a very weird design. If you're claustrophobic, this is definitely not the vehicle for you, as you were basically inside a metal box with probably no armor and very little movement space, controlling a gun and also trying to drive. So very interesting design. As I said, it's again one of those crazy World War II designs that you know, I really just can't get enough of. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Okay, so go ahead and move it into our first layer. We're going to go ahead and start off with layer 1 here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and place down a weathered copper, or cut copper slab, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak trapdoor coming off like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak top slab going back from the slab, as well as a dark oak sign here on the side. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 grindstones, which are going to be coming off each other like so. And we're going to go ahead and place down 2 item frames here to the side of those grindstones with green stained glass panes in them. We're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak fence gate here, which will open up toward the center of the vehicle, which will be over here. And we're going to go ahead and then place down our grindstone coming off that fence gate. On the side of the grindstone here, we can place down an item frame and a green stained glass pane. If you're a Java player, we're also going to place down a dark oak sign on the side there of that block as well. If you're not on Java, then you will not be able to place down an item frame and sign on the same block space. If that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frame and disregard the sign. Continuing on, we're just going to go ahead and place down another weathered cut copper slab here on the very end, and then just a dark oak trapdoor. Now underneath these blocks, we are going to go ahead and want to place down another brick full blocks in the ground to go ahead and mimic the tracks that would be on the ground level. Now for the middle portion here of the vehicle, we're going to go ahead and start off with placing down 1 and 2 end rods coming off this slab here. And we're going to go ahead and place down a row of dark oak with trapdoors. It's going to be 1, 2, and we're going to go ahead and close those like so. And we can just do the same thing over here on this side as well while we're at it. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down another row of 2 of dark oak slabs across the space here. Then a second row and then a third row going across like that. We're going to go ahead and take zombie heads, and we're going to place down 2 zombie heads here. And we're going to go ahead and then repeat the same design we did for the tracks just over here to this side. So again, it's just going to be following the same kind of design here. And it's going to basically look something like this. And of course, we'll have our item frames here on the side, our green stained glass paints in the item frames. And we're also going to go ahead and have our nether brick blocks here in the ground. So all the way like this along the side here, and then a dark oak sign on the side of the slab, and a dark oak sign on the side of this block right there, again, if you're on Java. And once you have that done right there, that is going to basically complete everything we have there for layer number 1. And with that, we'll go ahead and jump up to layer number 2. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to start with, we're going to place down a dark oak trapdoor on top of these 2 blocks here. We're going to place down a redstone repeater on both sides and separate the notches. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 dark oak trapdoors, going back, and then 2 green terracotta blocks across this space, as well as 2 rows of 2 of the end portal frames, and then 2 dark oak slabs across the back here. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls coming off both sides of those end portal frames, and then we're going to place down dark oak trapdoors here on top of those weathered copper top slabs. After that is all done right there, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 2, and with that we'll move on up to layer number 3. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to start with, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on top of this one more forward, over here, 1 more forward. We then want to take our dark oak top slabs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2 across this space like so. And then on top here, we're going to go and take our green carpet, and we're going to place down 1, 2 green carpet, and then 2 green terracotta up here, mossy cobblestone wall on both ends. And then we're going to place down another row of 2 of mossy cobblestone wall, or green terracotta, and then again a mossy cobblestone wall on both ends there. We're going to go ahead and then go up to this next section, which will be done actually with some stripped spruce wood. So it's going to be like this across. And we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves tripwire hooks and place down 2 going across those stripped blocks. We're going to go and then take our mossy cobblestone walls. We're going to place down 1, 2 going forward. And then also we're going to take our green terracotta and place down our row of 3 across, row 2 across that space there. Up on the very top, we're going to place down a row of 4 of green terracotta across. This will be followed up with an item frame on both ends. So like this, and then we're going to place down a green terracotta block in the item frame, and same thing over here on this side. As well as we'll take a dark oak sign, and for Java players, we're going to place down a dark oak sign on the side there of those blocks as well. And then on the very front, we want to go ahead and take our dark oak stairs. We're going to place down a row of 4 across. We'll place down 2 item frames in the middle 2 stairs. In those item frames, we're going to go ahead and place down black beds, rotated with the pillows facing toward each other. And again, for Java players, we'll place down our dark oak signs across the front there as well. Now on the very top, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a anvil and some zombie heads. We're going to place down an anvil that's going to be on top of this green terracotta block offset to the left side of the vehicle. And then we're going to then place down a zombie head to both sides. On the back here of that, we're going to go ahead and take a dark oak top slab and place down a dark oak top slab, as well as again a zombie head on the sides there of that top slab. And then going forward from the anvil, we're going to place down a dark oak top slab, then a dark oak sign on both sides of the top slab, as well as a dark oak fence gate coming off this slab and opened up toward it like that. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our green carpet, and we're just going to place down a row of 3 of green carpet across the very top there of that machine gun turret. And one of the last things we're going to go ahead and do here is take our levers, and we're going to place down a row of 4 levers across the bottom here of those stairs. We'll go ahead and flick these so they face toward the vehicle, and we're also going to place down a row of 2 levers here and flick those toward those slabs just like that. And after we have that all done right there, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for the Praying Mantis. And with that, that's going to end our tutorial here. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this design and are able to put it to good use. If you do abuse this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be linked from the sound of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear to social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, your freeze, or project you guys are working on, overall enjoy the build, have fun and all that fun stuff. Again, big special thanks to Patreon supporter Brock Cherry for making this tutorial possible. And as always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.